Hey guys, it's Kenny, the gaming music teacher here to bring you a little bit about the new game called Coral Island. Now, if you've ever been fans of Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, this game is right up your alley, if not more so. It has so much potential and there's so much that's going to be involved with this game that I'm so excited about that they're taking a whole year of updates just to make sure that it works well. Now, right now it's in early access, which means a lot of the things are a little funky, but that's where you guys come in. If you play it, then you can actually leave little notes, and the developers are doing a great job of making sure that these notes are heard and fixed. Now, for today's video, we're going to talk about how to open the museum completely. It'll go through some of the scenarios, some of the things that you have to do. It's pretty simple. You get the stuff, you put it in the museum, you wait for them to open it up. But we'll go through all the different steps and different things that you have to do, including meeting a dog named Taco if you're lucky. If you're interested in things like this, make sure you leave a like, and if you're new, hit a sub. And if you're not new, make sure that you leave some sort of emoji because, like engagement and stuff. So thank you guys. Let's get started.
Now, odds are, if you are looking up this, you are probably way past this, but we're going to start from the very beginning. Obviously, first you start with your game, you enter your island. First step is to clean up. Don't even worry about the museum. There's no point because you have way too much stuff to do. Once you clean, there are some objectives you have to do, including starting your first little garden there, where you have to, of course, start making crops and sending them in. It will give you different quests that you update as you go throughout. This is important because you cannot continue unless you complete these quests. Complete the quest, and eventually you'll start to be able to make stuff. The first thing that you need to make is, of course, a nice little chest to start keeping stuff in, because you'll find out very quickly that you run out of space, and there's nothing you can do about it aside from, of course, living off the land and making your own chest. Now, I believe a chest, the bank shift one, is only just a few pieces of wood, which should be pretty easy considering you have an entire farm of stuff to crop. Now, one other way that you can expand space is buying an upgrade bag from Sam, which will be helpful for when you're catching all the bugs, fish, and artifacts and other things as of that nature that you will need to turn into the museum later on. I would suggest collecting everything that you possibly see as soon as you see it and putting them in appropriate boxes, which you will collect as you go. I have different boxes for essentials, cave mining, bugs, forage. You get the idea. Now, as you get further deeper into the mine, you will start gathering lots of different types of artifacts that you can break open through the rocks. Some of them, however, have to be turned in to the blacksmith. If you just go there, it's 20 gold, I believe, for each one. But you just click on it. You can click on it as fast as you want, and it will start loading them up into your inventory. Now, you have to have inventory space as well. Now, once you have something that has not been in the museum yet, you just take it to the museum, put it in. After you've turned in 50 total, you will wake up one morning, and when you check your mailbox, there will be a letter. Again, you will only receive this letter if you complete the other quests that are given to you at the very beginning of the game, which will unlock basically the idea of giving to the museum. I'm not going to go over that because you're not stupid. Now, once you do get the letter, this is basically the start of the expansion for the museum. You don't have to do much else other than just go through all the different dialogue of Scott starting to say that he wants a Pickstarter campaign, which is basically getting the island people to donate money so that they can expand, have further places to put things so that the museum looks better all in all. Now, he'll eventually, of course, give you 1 week, and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, you have to basically spend the next week doing whatever it is that you want to do, including going back to the caves. Maybe you want to talk to the dog Taco, not just once, but maybe even twice, because he's a good puppy. Maybe you want to start romance. I have chosen, of course, Eva or Ava. Maybe you want to go finding mermaids because you saw in the trailer that there are merfolk, and that got you excited like it did my wife. Regardless, your job is still the same. Go through the ocean, clean up all the trash that you can find. You can find some pretty cool stuff here too. And if you're really lucky, you might even find some secrets, kind of like I did, that will make you excited for the future of this game. But until then, we still have people trying to imitate the Flash and trying to phase through some walls, although I don't know if he's going to succeed or not. And we still have an entire section of winter that we cannot add to our list of things to complete for our lovely town. Regardless, do your duty, get stuff done, and eventually, when you get done with all of this stuff, he will come and visit you and say, "It's opening day!" which means basically we are now done. We just have to follow the prompts and read through all the storyline, and he will meet us there again, just like Scott has been this entire series so far. He's going to be late, and they're mad at him, but eventually he gets there, and he does a big grand opening for the people who have donated, and they're like, "Oh, it looks like me. Oh, that's what I look like from behind." It's actually kind of funny. And then at the very end of all of this, Scott will actually give you a bristle, which sometimes now when you're digging up some stuff in the ground, you will find some books that you can read, and torn pages, kind of like in Stardew, the special secret pages that all get put together. But anyways, it's kind of like it's not a physical thing. It's just something that's in your inventory that you can now kind of do because you have this special item. Now, me being curious, I didn't want to stop there because I wanted to see this big museum that was apparently open. I wanted to see if it was a little bit different. So I went back, and la-di-da, it is done and complete. It's beautiful. It's huge. There's lots of sections that you can explore. There's entire insectoriums that you can go to. Lots of different places. I mean, it is absolutely massive and beautiful. My favorite was the aquarium. If you look right there, there's actually a whole little tunnel that you can go through, which was kind of fun. And yes, I did do that a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. But there are some parts that are still blocked off, so I'm excited to see what that's going to be all about. You can still, of course, give to the museum. And I'm sure once the entire game's complete, there will be some achievement or something that is unlocked because you've completed the entire museum. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for this game as much as I am? This is so much like Stardew. I don't want to compare it too much, but I mean, it really is. It's kind of like a 3D version of Stardew that has been wrapped up and given a little bit of a care. I hope that the developers don't give up on this game and continue putting all the effort that they could into making this the best possible game that they can, which I think that they will. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Love you guys. Thank you for listening and watching. This is text for Sam thanks player. And they didn't even do the whole thing. They said Sam thanks player. That's really funny. Sam is really happy that it spills over onto another line of dialogue. See ya. Whoa. Whoa. What is happening? What is happening? What the heck? It looked demonic. Oh, I don't. What? I don't know what to think about that. Are you okay? Your eyes are not red anymore. Okay. Oh, they don't have. Okay, so you can't do the winter thing yet. Yeah, it did not. It did not. Okay, so you can't get winter yet. That was a little weird.